What's going on, everybody? I thought I'd put together a couple of gameplays that I got the other night and just try out doing like a commentary type of thing. I was just pretty much gonna watch the video as I commentate on it, just to kind of, I don't know, maybe just talk about random shit, maybe talk about the game, whatever really I feel like talking about over the course of like 10 or 15 minutes or whatever. So this first one, it's like our second game of the night. We're playing on a Duel's House, and I'm trying to do the challenges for the STG right now to get it gold. I know you can glitch the camos, which is a joke, but I mean, I did that for a couple games and then got tired of people bitching about it. So I'm earning the camos either way, so I'm just going to use all the little shitty camos they have leading up to getting gold and stuff like that. So I'm doing this attachment challenge where it wants you to do like the rapid barrel. It pretty much wants you to make the STG short range. The thing with the STG though is it's good. It doesn't matter what fucking attachments you have on it. It feels way too good. Another thing that feels really good is my sensitivity options now. I finally made the sniper rifles feel like I can actually move around with them when I'm scoped in. The sensitivity options were so bad, or like right when the game comes out, and until you like adjust them, obviously. I like to go into like private matches to do shit like that, but I was kind of slapping a little bit with the car here. I don't really snipe in this game that often, so I was kind of excited for myself to be able to do something with one in this game, especially on Das Haus. But pretty much you're just going to see me just drop a good amount of kills and just, have a good time while doing it. But I did want to sit around and kind of talk about the way this game is released and the way it plays and just my opinions on it, to be honest. So I do think this game's got a lot of issues, and I don't think that's really like a secret anymore. Between the spawns being an absolute joke and the game's content not being able to unlock properly and being able to glitch camos and just like just the way the game is kind of set up right now, it seems like they didn't really like play test it whatsoever, which isn't really a fucking surprise anymore when it comes to like games like Call of Duty in general. But the way that Sledgehammer was communicating with us on Twitter and everything like that, almost trying to prove a point as to like, hey, we're trying to communicate better than we did back in like Cold War and stuff like that. So please, consider us like trying. And as soon as this game comes out and it's got all these little issues, they don't want to answer any questions at all. They don't want to talk. It's just pure radio silence. And I'm just really getting tired of it. I'm really getting tired of developers not listening to us. They don't want to listen. I mean, they act like they're listening, but then they release a game like this, and it feels like a joke to me. Like I said, I do like this game. I think this game, it reminds me of Modern Warfare 2019, and it's not just because the engine that it has behind it, but the game is smooth. It's the gunplay is really smooth. I hate that it's a jumpy ass game like every other COD has been lately, but that's kind of how Warzone is too. So they kind of have to kind of make I'm glad like Warzone and like the multiplayer Call of Duty feels the same now. Cold War just felt so sloppy to me, so arcade style to me, that it was just kind of really hard to go between that and Warzone. So I didn't really play Cold War all that much. But this game's launch has been an absolute joke to me. I think they could have, I think they could have delayed this by at least a month, but I feel like they had to get this game out before Battlefield and Halo come out, just because I think they know that those games are going to sell really well. Especially because when you release a game, they do a yearly cycle, so when you release a game every year for the last 15, 20 years, people are starting to get a little burnt out. People like myself, like the hardcore COD players, the people that play, after work, before work, commit a lot of time to it. It really sucks to sit here and kind of deal with this shit anymore. We paid $70. Some people paid 60. I paid 60 because it's on Steam, but a lot of people paid $70 for this game, and this is not a $70 game. Like this is a game that's on a borderline beta. That's what this is. I felt like the beta to this game had like more like substance to it than this does. Like this just feels intentionally goofed, and it's just kind of something I'm tired of seeing, and I can only really I can't speak for everybody, but I can only assume that all the majority of the COD community is just tired of this shit, tired of the lack of communication, tired of being sold a game that's not ready until a certain time. And that's another thing. I know they updated the game and like they did like a they indicated now that this is officially the preseason, so it's technically season 0, and like we knew that already, but it's like, come on, man. Like I just paid $70 for this game, and you're telling me that it's not what like we're not in like the starting stage of the game yet. You know, like we're not in season 1. We're still in season 0. Like that was another thing that kind of pissed me off when I loaded this one up is the fact that like there's no new battle pass. It's just the same battle pass from Warzone. So if you finished the Warzone battle pass already, if you're a freak and you already did it all, there's nothing to really grind for in this game when it comes down to it, especially now that you can kind of glitch the camos too. There's not much to grind for, and that's annoying as fuck. The guns take forever to level up. Like it takes them to like level 70, I think. I think they all go to level 70, and it feels just like Modern Warfare the way you can just like set every gun up the same way. You use the same attachments, the same proficiencies, same everything, and it just there's just no substance. Like I said, I'm not trying to beat a dead horse here, but this is a dead horse, and I'm beating it because it's just never, it's nonstop, dude. Like it's just, there's just not a lot of effort, it feels like, put into this game. You know, they used the same engine as a couple years ago, which I'm fine with. I wish they would have done that for Cold War. But like, I expect them, if you're using the same engine and you don't have much to build, I expect you to just make maps and balance the weapons out right away. And it's just like, there's nothing. Like there's no talk from Sledgehammer. There's no talk from Activision, nothing. But I will say, speaking of like the oh my gosh, look at that spray down. This STG is disgusting, by the way. Like no matter how you use it, it is absolutely disgusting. But when it comes to like the guns and stuff, like they all shred. Like they're all really, really strong. You know, they all are really, really strong. But it's just, I don't know, man. It just it feels like the STG, the Type 100, and like the MP40 are still the god tier weapons, and it's just annoying sometimes because you'll lose gunfights to people that you can tell aren't better than you. It's just their gun is just crazy strong right now. And I don't know. I count the MP40 and the STG as pretty much the MP5 and the M4 of this game. Yeah, I'm starting to get to the point where I'm liking sniping a lot more in this game too. I know a lot of people are saying it sucks, but I'm having fun with it. I don't know how the other two snipers are, but the car is absolutely filthy. And by the way, when it comes to my kill streaks, I'm using Spy Plane, Bombing Run, which Bombing Run pisses me off, man. I feel like I've died more times to my own Bombing Run than I have killed people, and that's annoying as shit. It's stupid that it like kills the owner of it, and I mean I get it, you know, like don't be in the crossfire of it, but like I don't know where it's flying in at. This video is stuttering hard. That's another thing. It seems like frames drop really bad on this map, especially when fire is involved. So look at this shit. Like seriously, I don't have this problem with any other COD, but this game, as soon as there's fire on the screen, it's just game over, man. It's a fucking joke. But yeah, I used Bombing Run and then the Firing Squad one where it's like, or not Firing Squad, but like the Firebomb one where it puts napalm across the map pretty much. I like that kill streak a lot, to be honest with you. The problem is calling your Bombing Run and you can't call any other like airplanes in at all while that Bombing Run's going. So it's kind of annoying sometimes, but I guess it balances the game a little bit. You know, you can't have a bunch of streaks up in the air. The perks in this game, again, they're copy paste. Like they're kind of annoying, to be honest. Like there's so many perks in this game that like help you not get shot in the back, but you always get shot in the back anyway. Like forward intel is probably the main one I've been using. It tells you where people are spawning, and you can just tell the spawns are so fucking broken right now that like you'll see like a little square in the minimap where people are spawning at, and it'll just be like 6 or 7 people spawning there over and over again, and it just doesn't really make sense. It's almost like they didn't play test it, like I said. So we dropped a little 60 bomb there. That was pretty fun, I guess, and we won the game. Always a good time. I decided to block a couple of these guys because they both had like the atomic camo, and one of them was kind of tracking my buddy through a wall, it seemed like. I'm not sure. I just block people either way. But yeah, the perks are pretty basic, honestly. Like there's another thing I got pissy about. Like they have a perk called Radar in this game, and they did it in Cold War as well, where like If you have an unsilenced weapon back in the old CODs, you would always appear on the map if you shoot. Like if you, which makes sense to me. Like if you don't have a silencer in your gun, you should appear on the map. But in this game and Cold War, you need to have a perk that lets you see people that are unsilenced. So it's just kind of stupid. Like, why do I need a perk for that? That's a mechanic that's already been in the game. It should still be in the game. I don't really understand why they take steps back in Call of Duty so much. Kind of like in Modern Warfare, for instance, when they in Modern Warfare 2019, when the Ghost perk, you know, I liked Ghost back in the day, back in Black Ops 1 and 2, how if you were moving, you wouldn't appear on the minimap if you have Ghost on. But if you're sitting still, you always appear. I love that. It prevents camping really bad. Or it helps prevent camping a lot, actually. It's not in this game. So people can still just sit in a corner with Ghost on and just not be seen on UAVs. And it's just like, it's not rewarding for the person who gets the UAV. It's annoying as fuck getting shot in the back from a corner that nobody really sits in. But now everybody's just sitting and everybody finds a new little spot to sit. It's very much like Modern Warfare 2019. Just the pacing of the game, the pacing of the maps, and that's a really big negative for me. It annoys the shit out of me when I can't just have fun. I'm always just being shot in the back. I go on a 3 or 4 kill streak, shot in the back. 3 or 4 kill streak, shot in the back. I've also been using the what's it called? The thing that you put down to keep your kill streak going. I forget what it is. Is it a skewer? No, it's not a skewer. I don't remember what it's called, but it's like, it's a little thing I have right now, my utility that I have or whatever, my field order. It pretty much keeps your kill streak going. It's pretty overpowered in my opinion. I'll get on like a 3 kill streak and I'll activate it when I think I'm going to die. And then I respawn with my 3 kill streak going. Or let's say I activate it right now on 3 kill streaks and then I go on like a 6 kill streak and I get my bombing run. If I want, like, if I activated it back in the 3 kill streak, it starts me back off after I die at the 6 kill streak. So it's I think they're going to have to tweak that a little bit. But, you know, I'll take advantage of it while it's here, I guess. You know, it helps me get streaks because, like I said, I get shot in the back every fucking time I turn in this game. The convenience of this game sometimes, too. Sometimes you'll be, like, staring down a lane, and then right when you turn to go and reload really quick, then somebody appears and blasts you. It just sometimes feels like, I know this is going to sound like conspiracy theory as fuck, but it sometimes feels like everybody in the game is a bot on veteran or something, and like the game is set up to kind of 1KD you the whole time. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to start calling these games now, is 1KD Call of Duty, because that's kind of what they want. I'm rocking like a 1.5 in this game as of right now, and honestly, if we didn't have the EKIA system, I'd probably have a 0.9. And the EKI system, if you're stupid or don't know, it's pretty much there's no assists anymore. You always get an elimination no matter what. Oh, this gameplay right here on Castle, I love this map from World at War. It's not bad in this game too. The automaton or automaton, whatever the gun is called, this thing is disgusting. This is probably like, this is like second best to the STG. I even think it might be better than the STG with the fire rate. It is super strong though, and I don't even have it leveled up all the way, and it's still this strong. But yeah, I mean, I like the maps. I don't mind them. I like that there's like 16 maps, you know, or 20 maps starting off or whatever. That's cool. I'm glad they put effort in it. A lot of the maps though, like you could tell they didn't play test because the spawns are horrible. The pacing is horrible on most of these maps. I feel like they'd be good maps if it weren't for that. I'm excited for shipment in a couple weeks here to help get challenges done, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, the couple maps that they brought back from World at War, Dome and Castle, not bad. They're nice. I also really like in this game the way you can like bust through walls and break things, and I like the destructibility. I like that a lot. I'm a big Battlefield fan for that too. But this game, I like how chaotic the explosions are. Like I love how like I have a gameplay I'll show later on another time, but like I was playing on Red Star and I was on B flag in the middle of the big house or whatever, or the mansion or whatever it is on that map. And I jumped through the window, killed a guy, and then saw another guy coming at me after I was already damaged, and I knew I was dead, so I slid really quick, or I double sprinted or whatever, tack sprinted, and then slid through a wall, and then cut back around and killed him. And I was like, wow, that's really that's innovation in my opinion, you know, adding things like that, where you can sprint through and make your own flank. I love that. I love being able to make my own flank. That's something I feel like Call of Duty's always needed, and I'm glad they integrated that. But I do have an issue with the fact that this game feels like a beta. I have an issue with them not really talking to us about what they're going to do next. The first update they did was kind of a zombies update more. Like they did more for zombies than they did for anything else, to be honest with you. And I heard zombies mode is terrible. I haven't played that or the campaign yet, so I'll do a video on both of those when I get to them. I'll probably play the campaign tonight, actually, to give a little bit of an opinion. Maybe I'll stream it or something. But yeah, as of right now, I don't really think this game's that great. I don't think it's special at all. I feel like people are really sucking on the teat of Activision and Call of Duty. Check this out. If I had a 45 round mag, man, I would have got this guy, or these guys. But you know, whatever. I don't know. I don't like the communication though. I'm tired of Activision and all their little companies that they own not really communicating whatsoever. It's really bad for the consumer. I'm also tired of double XPs and shit. Like when you activate XP, I'm tired of them running while you're in like the lobby waiting for a game. That's stupid. That's very anti-consumer, and it's really annoying. There's a lot of things about this franchise that have been really bad over the last few years, but I think we're starting to get into the greedy side even more than we've ever seen. I think it's coming back. I know they kind of started acting like they give a shit about us back when World War II got fixed and everything. And I love that game, by the way. I wish they'd bring a lot of the maps from that game over to this one, especially since those are Sledgehammer games. This Itcher Burst is disgusting. It's a little inconsistent, but I like it. It's disgusting as fuck. It beams. Like I said, all the guns are really strong in this game. There's just a couple that are way stronger. So, yeah, I don't know. Another thing I hate about this game, some of the kill streaks are stupid as shit. Like I said, the bombing run already is kind of dumb how it kills me like almost every time I get it. The fucking landmines or like the mortars, I mean, like when you like, it's killed me so many times when I've gotten a mortar and I've tried to throw it down and he ends up just putting it back in his pocket. It just doesn't really make sense. I hope they do something about that. I'm sure they won't, though. They don't really care about their game, it seems like. And it sucks that that's the impression they've given me now. I don't trust them to actually fix their game properly. And it doesn't seem like they care about this game until, like, the new, like, Battlefield comes out. Then they'll start updating and making this game relevant to people to keep them around. And that's what sucks. They care more about the newer fans than they do about the older fans. And I guess that's kind of how it's going to be for a while. And that's how it's been. So, and I can't believe I shot at my teammate up there instead of taking that easy double there. It's stupid. But what are you going to do? So another thing, I feel like sometimes I play on controller, and a lot of times I feel like my aim assist gets like goes away. I don't know if that's like a crossplay thing or what, but it was like that in Cold War. It was more prominent in Cold War, but it happens in this game quite a bit too. But yeah, I know this was kind of a ramble. This is kind of my first video ever doing this, so like bear with me on this one. But I've always liked doing commentaries. I've always liked playing the game and like, you know, getting cool clips and like talking about shit. I like talking about real life stuff too, you know, that's always something fun to do. But you know, like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of this game yet. I do think this is going to be a really good Call of Duty in like a few months. I think come January, this is going to be a really fun game to play. But it really, as always, it comes down to, does Activision, does Sledgehammer, do they really give a shit about their game, or is this just a Warzone like start? You know, is this something just for Warzone? Which it is. This is something that is mostly going to just be to help you with Warzone, just like the rest of it. And I like Warzone a lot. You know, there'll be more gameplays of that too on here as well with commentary. But I want to play Vanguard. I don't want to play. I want to play normal multiplayer. I love normal multiplayer, and it sucks that they're kind of just like putting a backseat on fucking multiplayer. And I don't know, man. I wish they had dedicated teams that actually gave a shit about the games, but they don't, and this is what we're stuck with, unfortunately. But I do think this game will get better eventually. I just think this game caters to a really, really certain play style, and the play style is to kind of just sit and wait, and I'm not a fan of that. I'm also not a fan of the visual things in this game. Like, randomly, I'll just be running, and a random, like, just pile of smoke will just hit my screen. I'm like, okay, like a chunk of dust will just randomly slap my screen. And I'm like, okay, I'm in the middle of a gunfight. I can't see. So it's like little things like that annoy the shit out of me. It almost seems like it's intentional that they didn't play test. But within the next coming weeks, I'm sure we'll see something new. But this video is about to wrap up and everything. So I hope everybody has a great day. Drink some water, you know, clear your head a little bit. Take a shower, do something fun. Dropped a nice little 48 bomb on this one. It was a good game. I felt good in this one. So hope everybody has a great day. thanks for listening, watching, whatever. Hopefully the gameplay was good enough. I'm going to try and keep doing these just to keep, the content flowing a little bit, giving my opinion a little bit more. I know this is a bit of a ramble, but I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless, and I hope everybody has a great night.
This game is a beta. To me. Feels like a beta that's almost ready.
Yeah, once they get rid of Verdansk, then they could do so much more.
It sucks that Warzone affects this game's, quality, though.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah, good game.
It's crazy how the free game mode.
I won my vote. Did you? Did you win your vote, dude?
Oh, I'm not on there. I came in late.
I'm sorry.
The game.
Hey everybody, I just wanted to say thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I know it was kind of sloppy. It's my first time doing a live commentary, but it's something I want to do more of. Helps me get a little personal with my viewers in the COD community in general. So I just want to say thanks, and make sure you like it, share it, subscribe, whatever you want to do. I appreciate it either way. Everybody have a great night. Drink some water.